Guess what we got over here? New shipment coming in from CGC. Let's open her up and find out what we got. Okay, so these are the books most likely that didn't pass grade. These are the ones that, oh wow, there's like, can't imagine that there's like more than like, wow, that's actually that in a slab. Wow, that's pretty good. Last submission I sent, I got all books graded 9.8, and you could see that on my video, on the previous video to that one. So the first one that I got over here is Invincible Iron Man #1 photo variant cover. So that's a cool little book. I know that a lot of cats are going out there and getting this graded and getting it signed by Robert Downey Jr. Book number 2, Darth Vader 3. Great. That is first appearance of Dr. Afra. Yep, good score on that one. And what made the cut? Ooh, look at that bad boy. Red Hulk #1, 2008. Another book that that was peaking. It's a 9.8. Again, I got this for like maybe 10 bucks. Sat on it for a while, and finally decided to get to it and grade it. And here's book number. Okay, this one came out 9.8 as well. Now that's the bigger brother to the first book that I showed you. So it's the same comic, photo variant, but this is called a movie variant cover. It's the same book, Invincible Iron Man #1, but this was like a 1 in 100 retail. I will be selling this one, and again, this will be a wonderful opportunity for somebody that will want to get the cast, Robert Downey Jr., to sign this, which is excellent. And what do we have coming in over here? Dazzler #1. Dazzler #1, but this is the printing error edition. So this is a funny story that I got to share with you. I went to, I don't know if anybody knows Joe Koch at the warehouse in Brooklyn. He has a store over there, and I used to go, and when I lived in New York, I used to go there often and buy stuff from him. And he always got stuff. I don't even understand how he got all these boxes. I mean, like, if you'd ever went to the Brooklyn comic book warehouse owned by Koch, you would see he has tons of inventory over there, and he keeps on getting stuff all the time. Now, he had a box, a long box of Dazzler #1s. And this is about like 15 years ago, I want to say, maybe 10 years ago, and around that time. He had it for 150 bucks. He offered the whole box for 100, so I flipped through it. They were all bagged. They weren't bordered, but they're all bagged. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, $150. All right, just 300 copies of Dazzler #1. Back then, nobody was looking at this book. This is before the whole Taylor Swift and this whole, you know, they call it Swiftgate. This is before the whole Swiftgate and all of that stuff. Now, the funniest thing is that I took it home, I sat on it, and then I remember I was reading a post, and they were saying, like, you know, there are 2 editions, and this is like 15 years ago. I didn't know nothing about it. Definitely not when I purchased these. And that's when I learned that there's actually a printing error edition, which is supposedly rare. It's definitely reflected in the price that you see them on eBay or anywhere that you get them. Which basically is the pages 24 and 25, which are ad pages, are printed in black and white. There's also an issue with the color on her glove. So for those that want to be picky and see the difference in the different variant, usually what you'd see is like, I mean, like, that's what usually it signifies is when you have a book that has a few copies that were printed with the same tone or with like a clear error like that, then you'd go and say, well, clearly those are 2 different batches of presses, or 2 different batches of prints. So people will designate them as a print run associated batch of books. So I don't think it's known to anybody. If I'm mistaken, then you can correct me in the comments as to how many of those were printed. But the funniest thing is that the whole box of 300 books that I picked from Joe were all the black and white error edition. So, you know, I picked them for 150 bucks, and they were all near mint. All of them. Throughout the years, I've sent it to get graded. I sent some of them to get signed also by Tom DeFalco at some point. So this is probably like the 10th 9/8 book that I scored with this. So no surprise there. Really nice books. I think these are going on eBay currently for around like 200 bucks, maybe a little higher. At some point they were going for 300 or 400 with a whole Swift Gate thing happened. Oh, and here's another one. There's another one. So I got 2 of them now on this batch. Great. Those will both be sold. I'm probably gonna offer them for 250 bucks each. Okay, let's see what else we have over here. What is this? Cool. X-Men 509. That's a random book that I really like the cover of. Greg Land cover, of course. Very, very pretty cover. X-Men 9/8, X-Men 207/9/8. By the way, so far all of them have white pages also. So again, this is a great cover, John Romita Jr. cover. It's a classic. I think it's an iconic cover by now. This is, to me, like something that will only appreciate. I can't see this book falling down in price ever. In fact, it's probably a sleeper right now. What I mean by that is, like, probably people just don't really associate it with anything. I'll give you an example. X-Men 251, the classic Silvestri cover that showed up for exactly one snippet, 1 second in the latest Deadpool and Wolverine movie. As soon as that was splashed on a big screen, people went ballistic on that book. There's no reason why they would buy it other than the fact that the cover is insane and hot. Anyways, next one is another X-Men, X-Men 201, which is the first appearance of Baby Cable. Yes, this came from the same batch of books that I had. I felt pretty confident with the grade on this, so I said, all right, let's just send them over. Again, white pages, and happy with this. Next is another X-Men book from the same batch, 196. No key, nothing too crazy over here. There's nothing that's really, it's a Secret Wars 2 tie-in. I mean, I loved Secret Wars 2 when it came out. That was a great little story, and I collected it, I remember collecting it at the time. So nothing too special about it, but just a classic X-Men, Copper X-Men with a classic cover. So figured I'd get it graded. I think it's probably going for like 80 bucks. Batch of books. Ooh, look at that. Woohoo! Happy with this grade. Punisher 1 mini. That, yeah. I'm really happy that I got a 9/8 out of the white pages as well. Classic airbrush Mike Zeck cover. Always love this series, and I'm glad that I have this in a 9/8. Awesome. Very happy with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 9/8 so far. What else do we have here? Transformers number 4. If you guys saw my previous video, I had a couple others that came back 9/8 because they're from the same batch. I have about 50 copies of this, and I bought them from an eBay seller, I think about maybe 5 years ago. He just kept on listing that, like, batches of like 20 books at a time, and he sold them for like maybe 30 bucks. I don't even think he asked for that much. I think 30 was out the door with shipping. That's at the time that eBay didn't charge you taxes. But yeah, so I bought like a whole bunch of them, and every once in a while I pre-screen them, and they always come back 9/8, so no shock there. It's a perfect book, really, if you want to know the truth. I don't see anything, even when I pressed it and I got it ready, I didn't see anything, but it's, yep. So, classic Transformer, and you gotta love it. This is number 4 in a 4-issue limited series that obviously lasted up until issue number 80. So that's what I like about that. But classic cover, classic series, and at 9.8 I think they're going for about like 150 or 200 bucks, can't remember. And I'm sitting on a bunch of other copies. If you guys want to get them, I can get you an offer for the raw ones. I can guarantee you that they're near mint at around like the 9.8. Next one. Yeah, here's another 4. There you go. Didn't even finish the sentence. Yeah, so there's 2 of them. So I got, how many did I send? I can't remember. So I got 2 of them. Great. Next one. Oh, look at this. You gotta love Dark Hawk. Dark Hawk number 1. Love it. So obviously, you know the character, you know, he became like some sort of like a meme right now. I actually really happen to love the series, and I read it when they came out. When it came out, and I owned a few of these in 9.8s before. I actually had a couple of newsies that I submitted. They both got a 9.8. Can't remember where I got this particular copy from, but I couldn't pay more than $5 for it. And I'm glad I graded it, and I got a 9.8 on it. So, oh, this is nice. Wolverine number 17. It's a classic Byrne cover, John Byrne. I also got this copy from eBay. I got a stash, just like I got a stash with the Transformers that I was telling you about. Somebody was listing them like I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, and they listed them for like maybe $2 a pop, if that. And I bought like maybe 20 copies, and I think I sent another copy to be graded. I wonder if it'll make the cut as well. But yeah, pretty happy with this book. Again, classic cover. Remember what I said. Classic covers from the 80s, you can never go wrong. They will stand the test of time, and they will always go up in price. And next one is... Yep, no surprise there. There's the second one. Wolverine 17. Beautiful. What are they going for right now? I think they're going for like 100 or 150 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Next one is nothing too crazy about this comic book. I love Marvel Team Up. I grew up on the series, and I remember like it would like just go crazy when a new issue would hit the newsstands, and this is one of these books that I remember picking off the newsstand when it came out, and I just love the cover, and I love the story, and I love the series, so I decided, like, what the heck, I'll grade it. Now, this is not a book that I owned when I was a kid, but, you know, I was looking for a copy in near mint, and I found it for, I can't remember how much, sorry, like $5 or whatever. Decided to grade it, and I'm happy I did. So, cool. Love this series. Just amazing. Ooh, Daredevil 228, Born Again storyline. Yes, happy with this. Frank Miller, I love Frank Miller 80s stuff. Electro Assassin is one of my favorite runs, and Born Again as well. I do have a 227 as well that I'm pressing right now and going to set to CGC shortly. So happy to have this in a 9.8. It's a great cover, I think, and even better story and art. Mazzucchelli's stuff is just awesome, by the way. So, okay, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, 18. 18 to 25. How many more we have over here? Oh, wow, look at this. This made a cut. Great. Marvel H12. First appearance of the black costume, I guess, like it's, or one of the first appearance that it is mentioned in a Marvel publication prior to ASM 252 and Secret Wars 8. I'm not gonna go to that debate and figure out who's first, but This predates ASM 252. It's kind of a tough cover to grade just because it's all white, kind of like a ASM 301. So those are not easy to grade 9.8. So happy guys. It's also a Mike Zeck cover, which is pretty nice. Yes, I think they're going right now for like what are they going for, like $200 or something like that, around that price range. Next one is, oh, here's another Frank Miller Mazzucchelli with a different character and different publication. This is a year one, episode 1 of Batman 404. Really nice copy. I pressed this maybe 3 times because there were some bumps on the cover that had to be dealt with, but I eventually managed to get them nice and flat, and I was confident enough with sending them to get graded. I think I listed this in my store for $50, and I had 2 copies, and somebody bought the one copy that I had for $50. I'm pretty confident that the other one would have gotten 9.8. If you're that guy that bought the other copy from me, if you haven't done so already, I would urge you to grade it, because yep, awesome. So it's a whole bunch of them. What else do we have here? Is this it? Yep, that's done. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 out of 25 came back 9.8. I'm happy with that return, kind of return. Let's see what's on the other box. Over here, the literal box, I sent in 6 books, I think. So judging from the size of this, either they all got rejected, or I got some. Oh yeah, so I got something. Now I'm not too shocked that these didn't make the cut, because these are like high-end books, and I know that CGC is a little bit more finicky with high-value books. So I sent in like 6, if I'm not mistaken, 6 books. And there they are. They're the raw books over here. So it looks like one of them made the cut. And I would be happy with any one of those that make the cut, because it's a big key. So drum roll. I'm as nervous as you are right now, finding out which one it is. Which one is it? Oh, there's another box in a box. Which one is it? You ready? New Mutants 98. Look at her. All right. Nice. So I got a New Mutants 98 in a 9.8. Love that book. It rolls off the tongue. Excellent. Yeah, the other books that I sent were I think Hulk 340. I sent another Hulk. I think it was 345. Which other books did I send? I mean, why don't we just find them and find out? Open them and find out. Where are you? What did I do with the raws? So yeah, there are a few others in there. Yep. So I sent in Hulk 340. For the life of me, I don't see anything wrong with this book. I mean, I've pressed it. Actually, even when I pressed it, I didn't press it a lot because it was already perfect to begin with. So you'll be the judge of that. I mean, this is like a perfect spine. I don't see anything with this spine. The back cover as well, just gorgeous. I don't see anything with this, anything more. But hey, look, I'm not trying to be greedy over here. I understand. Like I said, I'm happy with the fact that at least one of them got green lit. So that's one. The other one I sent was Thundercats #1, first print. By the way, the funny thing is that I did have another Thundercats that made the cut and got a 9.8. Again, the same story over here. I don't want to take it out of the bag, but there's really, you'd see there's literally nothing. Well, you can't see through the bag, but just take my word for it. There's really nothing wrong with this copy. I'll probably repress it and try my luck again. And the other funny thing is that I own 3 copies of New Mutants 98 in 9.8. One of them is a newsstand. So far I've been doing well with my copies of New Mutants. So there's Amazing Spider-Man 316 newsstand that I sent in, got rejected. Here is a 301 that got rejected. This has like a printer defect, if you could see it. So I wonder if that's what it is that prevented it from getting I mean, like it's not dirt, it's not like anything, it's just a printer smudge that made the cover. Well, technically you can call it a printer error, but you know, we're not trying to capitalize it and such. And a Hulk 345. So I'm actually happy that I got this one in 9.8. If I had to choose which one I would want to get, Deadpool will always have a cult following. Well, actually, it's not a cult following at this point. It's like pop culture following, and I'm glad to own them. 3 copies. I'm not selling them. I'm just hoarding on them. So my apologies for being greedy with my Deadpool collection. And that's all I got for you right now. If you got any comments or anything, just hit me up. Let me know what are your thoughts. And I got another couple of batches that are going to CGC actually right now as we speak. So I'll post the video as soon as they come back. Take care.